Hello guys, for day 10 of Multiply Your Network, I am going to show you how to set up a Facebook event, and then at the end I'll go through some different ways to promote and invite people to and get people interested in your event. But in general, Facebook events are really, I think, one of the best ways to get people interested, really through not as much effort on your part. It's this kind of passive thing that they might see in their newsfeed and they check it out, and they know that just because they clicked on it, you're not going to know that unless they like something or they comment on something. So I think for whatever reason, obviously they could still, they can creep on our pages and anything that we post, but the event seems to get a little more interest for me, and it really brings people out of the woodwork. So I will show you just how to go about doing that. Just scrolling up on my page here to see all the stuff in the sidebar. So on the left you have your favorites, and then eventually you see events, and right there is where you click create event. Okay, so very important, you have to make it a public event. If you make it private, you can't go back and do it over. It just deletes it, and you would have to delete it and start over. You can't change it later. So make sure you make it public to start with, and that's what allows people who are not already invited to see what you're posting. And then I recommend hosting it as you personally instead of hosting it as your like page. And the reason is that with this most recent, especially with this most recent change in Facebook's algorithm, the stuff from my business page is not getting seen as much. And it's definitely gone up and down over the last 3 years that I've been a coach. Definitely it's been, it's gone up and it's gone down, like I said. But in general, all along, events get pretty good reach hosted by me personally. And you guys know that I really rarely post anything about my business on my profile page. So I think this is kind of like a nice little exception that, people aren't getting really sick of seeing me always post about Beachbody stuff, because I really don't do it that much. And with that being said, this isn't even about Beachbody. I'm going to be creating an event for the No Added Sugar November group. So this is a real group that I'm running. This is not hypothetical. And by the way, everyone loves free groups. We all know free groups are one of the best ways to get people interested in our business and connect us with new people that we can start to get to know. So this is going to be a 30-day group starting November 1st. You guys are all welcome to invite people just using this event invitation page, which you will receive an invitation. So you probably will know about it before you're watching this video. But, if you'll see, because, okay, you can boost this event. So I haven't decided yet if I'm going to boost this. I'm not sure. But obviously, well, yeah. So with a boost, by the time frame, like based on when somebody expressed interest, that it was probably, like if I boosted it over a 2-day period, all the people who expressed interest over the 2-day period are probably from my boost, if it's people that I don't already know. So just if we're going to be separately boosting it, we should do it on different days and keep track of kind of who brought in who in terms of just tracking our investment, because obviously if you're putting money into an ad, I don't want to be taking your people that ended up joining because of the money you spent. But so we can talk about that, but I just want to get through this and show you how to create this. So always have a good event photo, and I'm not going to make this while you're watching. I made it beforehand to save time. But this is a photo of different sugary foods that might be kind of a trigger for people. So it's showing soda and candy, and then it's got, well, I'll show you. It's got sugar and it's got donuts. So depending on whether they're seeing it on a computer or a mobile phone, they'll see, you know, something different. And when they click on the event page, then they'll see the whole thing. All right, and then enter your event name. And I noticed they enacted a new rule. Let's just see if it lets me. Oh, okay. So it suggests that you can't make excessive use of special characters. Like, I bet that it won't even let me save this. Yeah, it probably won't let me create it like that. I don't really want to anyway, but I thought it was funny because we tend to use a lot of exclamation points. I'm just going to leave it without any. So that's one of the rules. And if you make it super long, it'll give you a warning as well. Okay, a name for your event. Location. Now, again, it seems to be like kind of cracking down on this. Like I used to put wherever you are. So people know they can participate from wherever they are. However, I noticed last time I did that, I would save it. It was showing up with no location chosen. Like it wasn't showing what I had put in. So I guess it's outlawed that Facebook has outlawed that particular way of phrasing it. But so, you know, we could put something like online program or virtual program. So I might just say, all right, here on Facebook. Why not? Throw a little exclamation point in there. And then, of course, you have to pick a start date, November 1st. And it only, like, it doesn't let you make events longer than 2 weeks. So I'm going to pick November 15th, and then I'll explain in the comments that it actually continues all the way through November. And I hate that it makes you pick a time. It didn't used to make you do that, but you have to pick a start time and an end time. So a lot of times what I'll do is I'll pick, you know, the same day, like whatever the day is, it's my sign up deadline for a challenge group or the first day of a challenge group, and then pick like a 2 or 3 or 4 hour period in the evening. And that's when I'll actually be posting in the group and following up with people. So just the thing to know about the times is people get an alert if they're invited. They get a notification like a few days before reminding them that they have not RSVP'd. And then they get a notification the morning of. And I think that's just if they've replied yes. But so that's the reason that the date matters. Obviously, you know, there are pluses and minuses to both. When you have a challenge group and you're picking the enrollment deadline when they have to order by, you know, that's ideal. You want them getting the reminders at that time. But then sometimes people get confused and they're like, oh, I thought the group started today, and it doesn't actually start for a week. So just things to be aware of as you're starting to work with these event pages. But for a free group like this, it doesn't matter because they don't have to order anything and receive it in the mail first. So November 1st, it's starting. And then write a description. And I don't usually select keywords. I don't know how much that matters. And then once I'm all done, I can add some co-hosts, and I'll show you where that is too. But first I gotta do the description here. So let's see. Gosh, this is like so much pressure with you guys watching. This always happens to me. I should have had this ready to go maybe. But you can always change it later. Just write what comes to mind. Get past your writer's block. So I'm not reading it out loud because that like breaks my flow. Hopefully you guys can just read this. Sorry to make you wait, but I kind of enjoy the like, this is real time and this is how I actually do it. You know, it's not just click, bang, boom, and done. So I like to write a little bit for this description and really play up the value that they will be receiving if they participate, even if it's a free group. I mean, we provide a lot of attention and love and information, education. And so you want people to walk away from your description thinking, there is no way that I can not participate in this. There is no way I can live without having been a part of this group. So that's always my goal with the description. And then always, 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 always include a call to action. Tell them what to do. Tell them how to join you. A lot of people don't understand how these events work. Like they don't know that they need to click something instead of just liking the post. They don't know what to do. So you have to tell them, click going to reserve your spot. And normally if it's not a free group, I mention the click interested to get details in this 100% free program. Okay, I'm not going to read that out loud to you because you just sat here watching me type it painfully slowly. Create. Okay, why is it? I don't know why that's an error. Maybe it has to be, yeah, okay. It's because, okay, it's exactly 2 weeks long down to the hour. So dumb. Kind of arbitrary. But anyways, that's the rule. I think I clicked create. Oh, it's still too long. Okay. What if I do this? Or maybe it has to end a day earlier. I don't know. I think it's working this time. Yay. Okay, so now we have our group. So now I'm going to invite you guys just to show you how the invitation works. So you just start typing someone's name, their name pops down, and in order for you to be able to invite them, you have to be connected as friends. So this is, but that's true if you were hosting the event on your business page as well. Either way, you can't invite someone to an event unless they're your friend. So that's the argument for adding more and more people as friends. It just keeps them so much better connected to you because it gives you options like inviting them to events. So now I expect that just because it's like a colorful banner photo and people are going to be checking it out, I'll probably get some people RSVPing pretty soon here. It's kind of cool to see that they're excited about it before I even ask them. So I put up the photo, description, the time, and then you can add a co-host. You got to click edit and see now there's co-hosts here. So I'm just going to add you guys. I think I can do this even if you haven't RSVP'd. There we go. So now it's going to show up in all of your news, or not all of your friends' news feeds too. So that's pretty cool, right? They're going to see that you're hosting this before you even invite them or tell them anything about it. So then you go through and you invite, and I invite like everyone. I'll probably invite, you know, over 100 people before we start. I'll invite Lisa because she is a good one to participate in most of my groups. I could just kind of go through. So then I just want to show you. When you click on interested, going, or invited, you can click between all the tabs. So it's not showing, but if you guys looked at this, it's going to show invited by Elizabeth Geib. So you would be able to tell that it wasn't, you know, the people who are invited by me are marked as different. So it's an easy way to keep who invited who straight. But you can probably also see like who you're friends with and who you're not friends with. And you probably, or definitely only invited your friends. Okay, so then last thing here, as we talked about before, a lot of times just that invitation isn't enough. Sometimes you have to explain what you're inviting people to or draw their attention to it. Like I said, a lot of people don't understand how these things work, so it's good to just send them a message. And, you know, people are busy and they forget, so remind them. So I'm going to copy the URL so I have it in my clipboard, so as I'm messaging people, I can just paste it. So let's see. I'm trying to think of someone. Well, okay. Just so I'm not on the spot. So I'm just gonna. Maybe Lisa's going to reply to me. This is like so meta. Anyways, so I would say something like, hey, Lisa, you might have seen that I just invited you to an event called No Added Sugar November. This is a free program I am offering that spans the entire month of November. I know you mentioned wanting to eat healthier, so I thought this program might be right up your alley. Obviously use your own words. These are my words. So if you would never say, I thought this would be up your alley, don't say that in your message. You want to have a consistent voice on your page and your messages, and people are perceptive and they can tell if you're not comfortable, you're being fake, like find your voice and use it. So this is what I would say. And on the other hand, feel free to copy me if you're stuck for words, and then you'll find your voice as you go in, as you practice more. Okay, so I thought this program might be up your alley. Check out the event page when you have a chance and click going if you would like to be added to the group when the time, to the private group. You gotta make it sound exclusive. Privates, no, private. When the time comes. And then also you need to let them know that just, you know, the event page is not where it happens. It actually will be happening in a private group. I'd like to be added to the private group when the time comes. I hope you can join us. Okay, just enthusiasm, tell them you want them to be part of it. And then the event page is here if you have any trouble finding it. in case. And then I paste the link and it loads that cool, well, it doesn't look that cool, but at least it looks colorful. Makes them want to click on it. And there you go. So, and then as more and more people reply, it'll say like 100 people going, and that's pretty awesome, right? So that's our event for November, and that's a free event, but you know, there's not that much more to it even for a challenge group. And I think that's what I was going to say. In terms of boosting an event, let me just show you that really quickly. So you saw me, I pasted the link over there and paste it in here and it pulls it in. What I want to tell you is you saw in the ads before that it only allows you like a couple lines of text, and it's the same if you're boosting an event. They just changed it recently. So I could write as much as I want when I post this on my page. Like I could write a whole long paragraph. But when I go to boost it, it doesn't boost the same post. It makes it look like an ad and it only allows you a couple of lines of text. So it's kind of not worth writing a whole long thing, or at least, you know, if you're writing a whole long thing, just know that when you boost it, you're going to have to boil it down. And so let's go back to that event page. And I just want to take all the text from here and put it right into a post. I just want to show you guys. Just watch, they probably changed it again. Okay, what about this? Publish and then boost event. I got an alert that Living Vibrantly shared my event. Oh, look at that. So it is letting me show it all. They changed it back again. However, you don't want people to have to click see more. So I would definitely boil this down, which you can do right here. I would just make it shorter before I finalize it and click boost, which I'm not going to do right now. Oh, and the targeting. Don't forget the targeting. $290. Yeah, right. I don't know where it gets that stuff. I think they hope that you just won't notice. You won't change it. But you can do people, so it's not targeted at all. So what if I just clicked boost? Like, who's it going to be showing it to? I have no idea. Make sure you look at these options, guys. Okay, I would do people who like my page and their friends. And then it looks like I have to put in US and Canada and the women, 18 through 64, that stuff. Again, for some reason, it's not pulling it up. Who knows why? Things change every time I do this. Definitely wouldn't boost it for $290. But so that's how it goes with boosting an event. All right, I think that's it for now. So for your next free group or your next challenge group, I want you guys to set up an event. And that's actually your assignment with this video. This is the last one this week. So you have, you know, Friday, Saturday, Sunday to get it done, to set up an event for, you know, it could be this same event if you want. And I'll just, you know, you could have your own page. And if you want, I can take you off the co-host so it doesn't get too confusing. Or if you have a challenge group coming up or your own free group, set up an event. You can boost it maybe, or use the inviting feature definitely for as many of your friends as you can and send them a message. And it's even a good way to reconnect with people, especially if it's a free group. But always send that message to follow up. Even if you don't send it right away, you could send it the next day and say, I'm not sure if you saw what I sent you yesterday. And it gives them a chance to take a look at it where they might have seen the notification and they might not have had time to check it out, or they might have had some questions. So then it just opens up the line of communications to send that follow-up message. So if you invite people and they're not responding, just realize people get tons of event invitations on Facebook all the time. If you send that follow-up message, then you can help them understand a little bit about what the group is, and also understand that you didn't just invite your whole friends list, you really wanted them to participate. So yeah, so setting up an event, and then oh, by the way, I was going to tell you guys, I made the photo in PicMonkey, PicMonkey, and it's just with images that I downloaded for free / stole from Google Images. Sorry, I do pay for images sometimes, but only for, you know, few and far between when I'm looking for something really special. There's a lot of stuff out there that no one's ever gonna sue you over, and these aren't really like artistic photos. I'll show you. See, it's just like stock photos. So, okay. So that's, yes. So even if you don't boost it, post how many people you invited and how many people you messaged and what did your message say. That's your assignment with this video. And I'm going to post it too in the text to go along with this so that you guys remember. Thanks for watching.